Good morning, crafty friends. I have another haul video to share with you. Now this one's slightly different and I debated on sharing it or not, but felt is kind of being used a lot with cards and everything at the moment, and I'm personally going to be using it for some just little toys and stuff for my son and for some little like felt teddy sort of things for him to play with. But I know this is being used a lot in the crafting world at the moment for large varieties of reasons. So I thought I would just share this haul with you just because I thought it was interesting, especially if you're not from the US. So finding felt in the US, you know, via Simon Says Stamp or many other companies, they've got a lot of beautiful felts available, but shipping, you know, you're dealing with shipping and it's the exchange rate and all sorts of things. So then I explored buying it locally, and places like Spotlight, which were, you know, the big chain stores, just didn't have the nice variety, and they only had the sort of cheaper felt. And then the few places online that I found, great felt, but just the price of them was astronomical for what I want to use it with. So I kept looking for other means of buying it. I ended up finding a company based in the UK, the Wool Felt Company. That's their website just there. And you know, I'm buying in pounds, but the price was so cheap that even in pounds with shipping, I'm still maybe not even paying 2/3. I'd say half to 2/3 what I was paying, what I'd be paying in Australia, if not more, sort of thing. So I was really ecstatic. They had these sample sheets, and they were only $1. Like mostly you're paying like, you know, $7 or $8 for some sample sheets. So I grabbed the sample sheets as well in case I want any other future colors. So I thought I would share them. Now I grabbed two different sample sheets. I grabbed the sample sheet for 100% wool felt, and I also grabbed the sample sheet for 40% wool felt. So this company, they do 3 different qualities of wool felt. They have the 100% stuff, then they have the 40% stuff, and there was also a 30% wool blend felt. Now, I bought one sheet of the 30% just to see what the quality was, difference between a 40 and a 30. And it's a lot. Price difference for a sheet, you're looking at $1.25 for 100% wool felt. This is all in pounds. 75 cents for the 40% wool blend, and it was 50 cents for the 30% wool blend. I think the 40%, you know, is quite beautiful and nice. Obviously the 100% wool felt is the really amazing stuff. So I just thought I'd share these sample sheets. I'm also going to take some photos and put them on my new blog that I'm just setting up, so you can actually see some stills of it. But they have this, I'll show you the 40% wool blend one first. So they've got some nice neutrals, some beautiful colors, and some, you know, pinks and navies as well. So they've got a nice range there. They've got a huge range up to 100% wool felt. I actually fell in love with all of their neutrals. It's like a fleck through it. So what I've got was heaps of that. And they have lots of beautiful browns and grays, and they have some beautiful colors here with, you know, some skin tones for peaches depending on what your project is. You know, here's some more, like they have almost a neon pink there, and I really like that flamingo color too, and another soft pink. And they've also got, well, there's a whole nother sheet here. So some yellows, lots of different greens to choose from. Turquoises, I like this beautiful candy green color here. And then lots of beautiful blues and some more purples here too. So they had a huge range. And what I liked most about this company, because what I'm making for my son is, you know, bigger projects, being teddies. I want to make some, like, you know, 2-foot size teddies here sort of thing. Well, not actual teddies, but anyway, felt toys. So I wanted to be buying more than just a sheet at a time. So what I really liked is that you could buy, like, by the meter or by the half meter. And a half meter was 8.5 pounds. So I thought that was really good. These sample sheets were only like $1 stitch as well, so I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but you know, if I want to get other colors in the future, definitely worth trying that out. So like I've got heaps of beautiful colors here. So I got lots of neutrals, some rusty sort of colors as well for foxes, and I wanted to do a Hereford cow, some beautiful blacks, and then there's a sort of a charcoal fleck in the black as well, so you can see that it really is nice. Some lovely greens. Yeah, I love all of these colors. So I just wanted to do some trees and things like that with this. And more gorgeous blues. So there's heaps of really nice stuff here. Some nice light baby blue. And then I grabbed this one, it was on special, so I grabbed 3 sheets. I thought it was very much a skin color, so I was thinking like the muzzle of a cow or something like that to do in this. And then this was that 30%. It is very thin, and looking at it through the light you can see through it really easily. So I mean, if you're I personally would not buy this again. So I wanted to test it. It was 50 cents to try it out. I wanted to see what the quality was, and I know I would prefer to buy 100 or 75% depending on the color I wanted. So the other thing they had there were these really cute stars, and they're already, like, you know, they did hearts as well. They had those felt balls too, but I just really wanted the stars. And these ones were 35 cents per star. So I grabbed a bunch of yellow ones to hang from a little mobile that I want to do. So yeah, for 35 cents I thought they were a really good deal. And then I also got a whole bunch of half meters. So I got like the white, which is a gorgeous, like pure white sort of thing. That was sort of like the creams, sort of like a mouse brown, sort of all sorts of, like, you know, against the white. So it is a very nice bright white. And then I got a lovely brown color here. I got a really dark navy. Now this was 40 pound, or 40%, not pound, 40% wool felt, this one. Mainly because I like the color that I grabbed it. So I just was thinking, I didn't actually show you the difference between the 100% wool felt and the 40%. So the blues here on my left are I got in 40% wool blend. This is sort of the stuff you'd find at your chain stores, you know, Michael's if you're in North America, or Spotlight if you're in Australia. And then this is that 100% wool felt. So this one is a little bit thinner. So let me just hold up. I just got 2 colors that are a bit different. I hope you can tell. The navy blue is a little bit thicker, sort of thing, and in the 100%, the green one here is a little bit thinner. Now, the interesting thing is when you hold it up to the light, the same amount of light gets sort of through them, like, so they still have the same sort of density properties. So this one, because it's the 100% wool, it can be thinner and still have the same sort of I want to say density, but like you can't see through it. Whereas this one, yeah, it's just that little bit thicker to get the same result. This one has a little bit of stretch to it. So this one, not as much, still a little bit, but not quite as much. But wool, you know, it's more pliable. So wool's, and I suppose the bigger difference for a crafter is that this little bit thinner, this 100% wool, because it's that a little bit thinner, it works a lot better in your die cut machines. So if you're going to die cut something, that little bit thinner you'll get a much nice crisper die cut. Whereas this one, because it's that little bit thicker, and if you're using like the thin dies or whatever, you might have the corners still caught in it, so you might have to snip it with your scissors and a little bit of that sort of stuff, which is why this 100% is really popular in the crafting world, just because it works so well with your die cuts. And it cuts beautifully with your die cut machines, whether you're using a Cuttlebug or a Big Shot or whatever. I personally am using a Cuttlebug, and it works beautifully with this stuff. This one, like I said, you might have to just trim out the little corners and stuff with your scissors. Me, I'm using it for sewing projects, so I'm not too fussed about die cutting it. That's why I grabbed these blues. I was saving a bit of money as well, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to be die cutting anything with these, so I'll just try out the blues in the 40% blend. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that as to, you know, why you're paying more. Obviously, you're getting 100% wool. But yeah, like just the quality differences between them and what sort of, why this one's so popular at the moment. So that 30% too I showed you earlier, it will die cut really well because it's just as thin as this one, but you can almost see through it. So depending on what project you're doing, if you're going to have something behind it, it might not be noticeable. But yeah, just be, because it's, yeah, I don't know if it will work. That's why I'm not going to go with that one, because I'm not sure if it will work with every project, whereas these ones I know will do what I'm suiting for. Okay, I hope that explains it. And if you have any questions, just leave them below, and hopefully I can answer them if you need any help with this part. Okay, thanks.